Hello everyone, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel, The Cutting Board. We do all kinds of content here. We do true crime, food content, DIYs, hauls, product reviews, vlogs, general discussion, and most importantly, at least to me, Disney content. So if any of that is of interest to you, please join me. So I am filming this off camera because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and I just cannot deal with setting up my light and everything because I've been having technical difficulties and I just don't want to fight with it at this hour of the morning. It's too much. So I'm sorry about that. But we'll get back to normal programming very soon. So the self-proclaimed Rosa Parks of the internet, Trisha Renee, Truthfully Trisha, can't stop, won't stop. Now she has, I guess, issued a challenge to Gypsy Rose to a boxing match, piggybacking off of Ken's weird challenge to Ryan. And yes, I know she's doing all this for attention, and I'm giving her attention by talking about it. But so what? I want to talk about it. The amount of crazy in her eyes is almost scary. Unfortunately, I can't play the audio because of copyright. She is playing music in the background, and it's copyrighted. So she's issuing a challenge to Gypsy. She wants to challenge her to a boxing match. And she's saying she bets $500 in the Blown Beauty Art website. Obviously, this is just her trolling because she is a huge troll. I think this woman is like over 50 years old. If not, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be petty, but if she's not, I am sorry. But I think that she looks 50. And for that $500, get ready. She's going to do a GoFundMe for it. It's not coming out of her own pocket. She's challenging someone who's 17, 18 years younger than her, possibly more, who probably learned some fighting moves in prison. I'm in no way defending Gypsy or saying Gypsy is a badass, but she did plot and carry out the murder of her mother and spend a little time in a real prison. And Trisha just spends all her time in Lulu Lagoon. What a whack job. She really is insane. See, she saw all the hate Gypsy was getting and thought she'd use it for her own gain. But all she's doing is making herself look like a fool. And just look at those crazy eyes. Oh man, wackadoo. Maybe they're all cahooting for attention. Who knows? What have you. It starts with Ken challenging Ryan, Battle of the Hairlines, because that isn't weird and sad at all. That would be a real meeting of the minds, right? Dumb and Dumber fighting over her. And then they drag Trisha in and work this whole weird plan out, thinking anyone would pay to watch middle-aged people box. It would go something like this. Or something like this. I really just wanted to put cats in this video. And look at this TikTok I just found.
Hey Gypsy, I'm Trisha. I was also on Dr. Phil, but I was on for a different reason because I was addicted to the internet and I was one of the most hated people and I didn't even kill anybody. But hey, it was really nice that you threw away Ryan because now you've made him available to millions of other women who could take good care of him. And it takes a big woman to be with a big man. And so good luck to you on your everything because I'm single. I'm looking for a man. And now that Ryan's single, maybe he will hit me up.
That is from May 2024. She tried to get attention back then by enticing or trying to entice Ryan, but I guess it didn't take. It's a little sad. If she did adequate research and put real effort in, she could have created meaningful content on Gypsy. But she can't hold herself together long enough to talk about anything. She doesn't really care about the topic. She doesn't. She has no care for the topic. Like I've said before, she's a leech just latching on. But yes, I am giving her attention. But hey, if she wants attention, let's give it to her by pointing out what a terrible person she is. Sure, we aren't Gypsy fans. We never will be. But that doesn't mean we have to like Trisha. She's an evil dirtbag too. And she is allegedly, at least partially responsible for bullying someone to the point of them removing themselves from the earth. And it wasn't even when she was a teenager. It was 2015. So she was like 40. And just a reminder, she ran in front of and threw herself on top of the hood of a slowly moving car and then screamed that the woman hit her with her car. She faked passing it. Well, she didn't fake. She threw herself on the ground, collapsing on Dr. Phil. That was a total performance. Her children want nothing to do with her because she destroyed her relationships with them with her nonstop streaming, and I'm sure because of other things we don't even know about. She has falsely accused people of threatening to R-word her and then remove her from the living world. As I showed in a previous video, she assaulted a man in court, and I don't care what that man did, if anything. I heard that he wasn't a great guy. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You don't assault someone. I've told all of you before, I don't do whatabouts. I don't want to hear about what one person did to justify the actions of another. I just don't want to hear it. She has had several fraudulent GoFundMes. I'm going to try to read as much as possible from her GoFundMes. This first one it's longer than a doctorate dissertation, but it sure isn't written like one. So this one is for legal charges, which it's actually against their terms of service to raise money on GoFundMe for certain legal costs. So I see it all the time, but it's against their terms of service. Sorry, I have been so quiet on Facebook. So long story short, I had been incessantly harassed by a person, and after some discovery, it turned out there was a gang of 29 plus people in a group called Truthfully Triggered that planned and committed acts against me that turned my world upside down. Being on Dr. Phil was a nightmare where I was embarrassed internationally. She embarrassed herself, and which led to a real-life person in my community as an extension of this group, a person which I also have proof was paid to file false police charges against me and used fabricated internet evidence which swayed a magistrate to arrest me twice for the same crime without a proper investigation. More than 100 of my haters inundated the Onslow County DA with letters, calls, emails, and videos, most edited and manipulated. I also have proof. We went to court where I am essentially the victim. My attorney has all the evidence. Court was continued from end of January to yesterday, and they offered to dismiss one charge of cyberstalking and offered me to plead guilty for a lesser charge of one count, which in North Carolina is a level 2 misdemeanor, up to 30 days in jail and a criminal record. Mind you, we have proof and documentation that the proof of this case was fabricated by the blind man who on Dr. Phil said I sent him nudes and tried to extort me, and this group of 29 plus people in real life contacted police with fake accusations over 20 times. CPS, my daughter, her school, ordered 12 pizzas and sent me pepper in a letter, a glitter bomb, made videos upon videos assassinating my character, hacked me and ruined my posh and naughty business. I did not plea and got my wish for a trial. The trial is scheduled for May 17th, and I am innocent of cyberstalking. I have been sent death threats, followed and threatened. I have been bullied online, and when I fight back, they flag me and my videos and gang up to take me down. I am not given up or given in. I am requesting a trial because I am innocent of these frivolous charges, and I, as a United States citizen, am innocent until proven guilty. And when a jury sees my evidence, they will agree along with those who support me. I am innocent. I am just a woman who documented a year of her life on YouTube with the consequences of being caught up in verbal catfights with women and a few men who took it offline and harmed me emotionally and physically. I attempted self-canceling the day after Christmas when I was at my lowest, and a person friended me in real life who later turned on me and was sucked into the drama. The people trying to extort and retaliate against me all have felony records that includes drugs, forgery, assault, and other crimes. Also, half a dozen of these people have made live streams talking about me for hours and hours, threatening me, creating fake identities to harass and intimidate me. I have spoken the truth, revealed public information to warn others, and the reason I am not caught up in their trap. I have a husband who has stood by me. She means the husband she's accused of DV, and supported me. I am confident with my legal team, the evidence I have, which is why I am going to trial and will fight to keep my family safe. A person took pictures of our home and followed my husband shopping and to his work. Justice will be served. Legal process. I have the right to a trial, and it will all come out. All of it. I am not perfect, and I admit I am cray-cray. But what has happened to me should not ever happen to anyone else. She's another one that's always the victim. Yeah, she's always the victim, just a professional victim. And this next one is help Trisha build a safe new life. I'm not going to read the information from this one because it's just another epic, poorly written novel. But I'll try to provide the links to all of these in the description of this video so you could look at them yourselves. And she's using the whole anti-Gypsy movement for her own personal gain. Not because she cares about Dee Dee or Nicholas or facts. Like a lovely viewer and my husband said.
She doesn't even go here.
And I wonder if the name Rondi Jones means anything to Miss Truthfully Trisha. Hopefully I'll have more information on that situation for you all later. Unfortunately, I have nothing right now, but I'm working on it. And on March 29th, 2019, the North Carolina Beat published an article that states, a Jacksonville woman who appeared on Dr. Phil has a history of bullying others online and even bullied a woman to self-cancel in 2015 will be prosecuted Monday in front of a jury for assaulting a man in open court. Her name is Truthfully Trisha. Unfortunately, the full article is gone, but I did talk about her prosecution in an earlier video about her assault charge. Personally, I think it's sick that she is using Dee Dee to try and get YouTube famous. That's exactly what she's doing. It's an insult to Dee Dee's memory and diminishes the seriousness of the crime committed against her. Trisha is a mentally disturbed, extremely troubled woman that needs to grow up and learn that she can't make everything about her in her quest to be some kind of micro celebrity. She's a selfish, narcissistic, arrogant head case. Her histrionic TikTok tantrums are evidence of that. Her YouTube content is evidence of that. Her Dr. Phil appearance is evidence of that. She doesn't get to hop on this train with all of us and pretend that she's one of us, because she will never be one of us. Unfortunately, she does have a lot of people fooled, but they'll learn eventually. Right now they're blinded by their hatred for Gypsy Rose. But Trisha, she's not a nice lady. She's trying to frame herself as the good guy, the hero in the fight for justice, but also wants to frame all of us as the bad guys, the haters. Oh, wait. That sounds familiar to me. Maybe Trisha and Gypsy are secretly besties, but that kind of energy, two people can't exist together with that kind of energy. So that's it for this video. I'm going to go now and get on with my day, but I'll talk to everyone soon. Bye-bye.